There's a lot of cute people out here.
Baby, and then my thing is I can't count on you. My thing, I can't count on your cute butt to be in the house. So guess what? Now,
Yeah, no. When your cute butt have been booked somewhere else, then you can.
Yeah.
She walking fresh with a real good bread. One eye on the boys, one eye on the need. She don't just nod, she don't just grin. She asks the hard stuff, then she goes in. You say one thing, she says say it plain. Love, faith, and pressure, and who take the blame? Funny but sharp, never losing the thread. She bring that real talk right to the edge. Only girl in the guys locker room. Only girl. Only girl in the guys locker room. Only girl. She got truth in her voice and a laugh that moves. Only girl in the guys locker room. And she changes the room.
Dependable but boring. Okay, hold on. What is boring?
Maybe not the life of the party, or maybe don't engage like it.
It's different. What is boring?
Kind of the same thing. You might not just like to be social, go out. You might not be a homebody that never does nothing.
But he said dependable.
Right.
Right.
But boring, that's what.
But
What's
sometimes
boring?
that's you asked what was boring. So you didn't say nothing
No,
about
I
the
said,
dependable part.
but he said dependable.
Yes,
So,
dependable though.
That's what I'm saying. What is dependable to you? What makes the guy?
I can be there when you need
I
me
guess
to.
you can count on them.
Hey, my car broke down. Can you take me to work? I got you.
Yeah.
You know.
See, that part is important.
I think the dependability part has more substance. Boring is.
Oh, I don't care about it.
Sometimes you need boring. A lot of women misunderstand men protection for control.
Protection for control.
Like a man can tell you as a woman, like, I don't think you should wear that. Now you may be taking it as like
You're trying to
tell me what to wear, but we as men know men and we understand.
There's boogeymen out there looking at
Yeah,
everything else.
so I'm just trying to
Yeah.
keep that away
Yeah.
from it. So, but that's not usually, you know.
I agree with that. I do think that some women look at that as a.
I can
Now,
agree.
if you say something like, "You ain't going out the house looking like that,"
Now that's different.
Now,
Well, that's a
hold
little
on.
different.
Yeah.
a little.
That's
A
a
lot
little
different.
different.
You know, like
Yeah,
look,
that's another
like
way.
y'all was talking about the
Yeah.
shirt. Yeah. Take my shirt
Yes.
Number of reasons. You may feel like missing out on something. May feel like there's always something better out there. What I'm to settle down with. I don't know if we're saying in commitment as a relationship with a woman or commitment as in marriage. You're talking marriage, you know, you're talking about forever, or you're supposedly marriage until
Death
you
do
know
your
one
part.
one of you go. So that's a big ask for some.
Wait a minute, hold on. This is so important. That's a what?
That's a big ask for a big ask for some men to take on, because that's a lot. I mean, you got a lot of responsibility. Not only responsible if you have kids, you're responsible for your children if they're not with that woman. But now you're responsible for this human being. For women, it's different because y'all are nurturers at heart.
Yeah.
So it's not a stretch for you to be responsible for another. But for men, until we have children, responsible for them. But take on a wife, you're now responsible for her. That means like your child, you gotta die for that woman. You won't. Hold on. Some men be like, hold on, I gotta sign up to what? You start scratching your head at that point.
Hold on.
You know,
I like that.
that's why, you know, men will ride the ride and time to sign on the dotted line. Then it's, hey, well, you know, I'm not the way,
We thought.
you know, or whatever excuse they come up with, because that's a big task that a man has to step up to. Some men, if you or look at it the way it's supposed to get done to be married, and you're supposed to level, supposed to help you, a good one, but you're supposed to want to do it on your own.
You're supposed to want to do it?
Because you got to take on this responsibility. You better prepare. You got to, if you're not already there, you got to level yourself up. Now, if you got a good one and he sees like you trying to level up, you got to help you. She can. You need her together. Even if not, took on the responsibility. So you got to level up.
And see, that's where I think the different parts. I understand what you're saying, but you're saying like, if you sign up to be married, if you decide, I just feel like, being honest, both of y'all should grow.
Yeah, you
Not
both
just
should.
you. Yeah, y'all should grow and y'all should grow together.
Yeah,
So-
but the responsibility, let's be just perfectly honest about what it is. The responsibility of taking care of is generally put on the man. So
Taking care of what? Like, what do you mean?
everything, taking
Right.
care of the household.
Okay.
If you want it, you don't even have to put financially in there. Something breaks in here, I gotta take care of it. Something go wrong with your car, I gotta take care of it. Some, you know, add financial into the mix and say financially, I have to bear the brunt of the load. If I've been taking care of myself and I just got my bills, I'm cool. But now I'm bringing you into the mix.
So you gotta take my
So
bills.
I'm bring on. I mean, that's just it. The way it generally is said to be out here is that now you gotta because again you chose this.
But what if you? Well, this
It
is so
should be,
important.
in my opinion, it should be a team effort. We working together
That's
to
what I'm saying. What
accomplish a
if you
goal.
can't afford it? So like some men, and this is
That's why I
important.
said for some men,
Yeah, some
if
men
you
can't
choose
afford
to,
to.
you can't. But if you chose and you know that you have a woman that you're not going to work with in that capacity, but you still chose that because you know it before. You should have a conversation before about finances.
You should have it, but
So,
do you?
And the expectation.
do
I mean,
you?
Yeah. I mean, but even if
you don't.
You don't. That's what I'm saying. You
if-
should.
even if you don't, if you're dating a woman
Okay.
and you pay the majority of the time that y'all together, it
Okay.
ain't like you gonna get married and she all of a sudden gonna want to be a fit, not 50-50, but a helper. Because I ain't been helping you the whole time we've been together. Ever since we go out, you pretty
But
much
is
pay
that
my
right?
guy.
Is that right?
No, it's not
But
fair.
it should be assumed. It shouldn't be assumed. There should
Okay.
be
Well,
a
let me ask you
conversation.
this. This is very
Yeah, there
important.
definitely should be a conversation.
Let me ask you this. Have you ever dated a guy and you paid?
Mhm.
I have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't pay for the first date. Of course not.
No, you
But
shouldn't pay for
when I
it.
was in a
No.
relationship, yeah, and I would be like, "Oh, okay, come on, let's go." Then the
But
check came, and I took the check. It wasn't no discussion about the
Yeah,
check, and
yeah.
let's see who's gonna do the check. I just took the check.
Yeah. Now, I think what you're speaking of is a lot bigger than just that.
Okay.
Now, in like a marriage or him holding, to the commitment side.
Well, no, he was talking about paying. He was saying even when we go out, majority of he say I'm gonna pay all the time too.
No,
the
I
man
was
gonna pay.
saying if you chose that woman, you already
Okay.
knew what you were getting.
Yeah,
As I said, during your dating phase
Yeah.
of that woman,
Yeah.
she's already established what she is and isn't gonna do. Because you don't date a woman and marry her in those 6 days.
Yeah, you
I guess
gotta
some
know.
people do.
Mhm.
So you
So
go
gotta
on a
get the
litany
nails
of
and the
dates.
hair and the
Yeah,
clothes
if
and
you
the-
paying for that, then understand she's not gonna pick that bill up when you get married, my guy.
Yeah.
well,
That's still gonna be
what-
your bill.
I don't think that's
So
fair.
if that's not
see what I'm
it,
saying?
it's not fair. But that's the way it is presented.
Well,
and
there's
put
some
out.
women that feel like the man needs to do everything.
Yes.
Absolutely everything.
I don't
Yes.
feel-
There's some women that do though.
Yeah.
And so when they're looking at standards,
A
they
lot of
want
those
a
men
man that's
come-
fixing to shell out everything.
But a
For
lot of
my
those
car
men
note,
come with standards too, because I pay, I say.
You what?
That's usually how it goes for
I
those
pay. I
type
say.
of
What that
men.
mean? What you mean?
I pay, I say.
What that mean?
What I say, go.
Yeah.
Ain't no conversation about nothing. I pay for everything. What you mean? You think you finna tell me what to do, what not to do,
Well,
and you
that's
don't
what
And
my
you
put
ain't
ex
going
nothing
nowhere
out
in
there.
this house.
Yeah, that's what my
Get
ex
my
is trying to
chicken
do.
stove.
Pretty
See?
much. That's
Why I
what a lot
don't
of them
listen?
dudes that pay for everything. I own a barbershop. So I come across all walks of men,
Yeah.
millionaires, doctors, lawyers, regular guys, UPS, Fed,
Yeah.
everything. Most of the men who pay,
They say.
they say.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's why I always say I do not want my man to do everything. I don't. But I'm the kind of person that I don't never want my man to feel as if he owns me or I don't have one thing about me, I use my voice a lot. I talk a lot. I would hate to not have a voice.
Well, see,
I
what he
can't.
was saying is like before you get to that level of signing on the line, knowing what you're dealing with, so you're gonna know what type of man you have.
Yeah.
You're
Oh,
gonna
that's
know,
why I
and he's
ghost
gonna
him
know
in
what type
2
of woman.
months.
Yeah.
Got you.
He's
gonna
That's
know.
why
Now
I
these
ghost
people
in
that
2
say,
months.
"Oh, we only dated, 2 months and got
That
married."
never happened.
That ain't no time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
You ain't
never
met everybody.
Damn.
2 months.
No.
Yeah.
I don't
And
even
you
know
don't
what kind
know
of crazy
enough.
cousin you got. Yeah, I got. Yeah,
You
I
don't
can't
know
do that.
enough.
That's
I didn't know
Exactly
that
what I
your
was
credit
saying.
was shut up, or I didn't
You know-
know that you got caught next month because you had a assault
Domestic
case.
abuse.
Ain't nobody talking
Yeah,
about that.
I need to know all that, and I agree with that. But I never want, and I do believe that men who pay, yeah, I do believe that they want you to shut up, but I don't want a man who wants to shut up. So I don't. I guess I'll never have a man that's gonna.
I mean,
Well-
but that's still part of the I say. If I say you gotta say, then you gotta say. I'm paying.
Hold on,
If I
hold-
want
hold
your
on,
opinion,
hold on one
then
second.
I will respect it. and let you have your opinion.
So, there's sometimes I'm kind of getting off because when you start thinking about control, right? This can look like control.
Yes.
If you have someone or a woman who feels like, no one's going to tell me what to do. I'm this, that's not your fit. Then that's not the standard that you have, right? So
Yeah,
you
he
wouldn't
ain't gonna
just,
pick that woman anyway.
yeah.
If that man is paying for everything and you got a voice to say something about everything and he's footing the bill on everything, you're not gonna be around long.
Yeah.